Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. We are here for the Ultimate Racing League's Wednesday evening shenanigans, the F-Type Series. The championship that's using the Group 4 and Group 3 Jaguar F-Type, going at it for 2 races per round, one 15-minute sprint and one 30-minute enduro mock. And we are at round 4, ladies and gentlemen, Alsace Village, and we are in the Group 3 F-Type. Exciting stuff. I've got information to whack you over the head with. So let's have a quick look at the race thing. It's first race, 15 minutes. And the tyres they have to use in race 1 are the softs. In race 2, it's a 30-minute race, and they have to use the softs and the hards. But if there is a droplet of water on the track, then the rules go out of the window about the tyres. If it's wet, then there is no tyre rule. In the sprints, they are going to be using a tyre degradation of ×1 and a fuel depletion of ×2. In the endurance race, the 30-minute race, they're going to be using a tyre degradation of ×4 and an endurance fuel depletion of ×5. And as I have already said, we are at Alsace Village, and they're doing it backwards, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way they do it here. They're going to go round the wrong way, and so it's going to be very interesting. We don't see Alsace Village the normal way a lot of times, so seeing it the wrong way is going to be very strange for some of you. I hardly see it at all. I don't remember the last time I saw a bit of Alsace Village action. Right, we've got a championship. I think we should address that. It's interesting. At the top, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of hard, fast racing, we have Slowpoke with 97 points. Ladies and gentlemen, he has been solid with 2 wins under his belt already this season. He is standing strong at the top. Muhammad Ali in second place on 95 points, just 2 points adrift. And he's chasing hard with Wayne the Mad Dio Double G in third on 92 points. Then we have PY in fourth on 76 points and Hodgie fifth on 65 points. Niggleback is sixth on 63 points, very close to the Hodge, with Biggie or Rossi in seventh on 62 points. Kian is in eighth on 53 points, Firepower in 9th on 52 points. Then we have Phaser in 10th on 45 points. The Brownie is 11th on 38 points. Dude Bell, Hawkeye, is on 34 points in 12th. Declan is 13th on 29 points. Sid the Sloth is 14th on 28 points. And we have not seen Hide or Hair of Apex Bloom or Castillon. Castillon, where art thou, Castillon? We want to see your racing. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, that's the table. Slowpoke, it's round 4. He's championship leader. Early days in the championship. People are just warming up. We've seen the Wayne Mad D-O double G from last season absolutely owned near enough the whole season, but he's had a slow start, but he's building, ladies and gentlemen. So Slowpoke's got to keep his eye out for that. Muhammad Ali, a solid force in the championship, also fighting hard there. So it's a lot to keep an eye on. Let's have a look at this grid then, and how they have lined up here at the backwards Alsace Village, which I suppose is Igaliv, Ikasla. Yeah, so we're at Igaliv, Ikasla. Right then, the grid then, ladies and gentlemen. Wayne the Mad D-O double G is on pole position, ladies and gents, in his Marmite Jaguar, and he is gunning for a consecutive championship. That's what he is aiming at. In second place, we have the Declan. And do you know what? I was just about to say, well, that's not food or drink, but Red Bull I suppose its origins was a drink at some point. It's become a force of racing and all sorts of different exports. But now, yeah, when it all boils down to it, it's that sugary sweet drink that I just can't get enough of. So there we go. Red Bull for Declan. In third place, it's a biggest Rossmeister. And Rossi aiming to get that top step today. We see he has the prowess. He has the skills. But yet we have not seen him loft the top. I'm sure of it. Nigel there is in... Oh, Dominoes. We love a Dominoes around here at Thingamajigs. So Nigel, fourth on the grid at the moment, just ahead of Muhammad Ali in fifth place. Second in the championship, starting fifth here at Igaliv Ekalsla, or Al Salisbury Village backwards. So Muhammad Ali starting in fifth. Slowpoke sixth there, championship leader, not having the top of his qualifyings. Got a few bodies ahead of him. But I think this season is going to be about consistency over the two races, and that we have seen Slowpoke coming through in that second race, getting good results in the first race and coming through. Don't forget, Slowpoke also with an absolutely solid YouTube channel, Mark Wilson at Slowpoke Racing there. Check his YouTube channel out, subscribe, like, do all you can, and just drift away and melt in his seductive vocal sweetness. He makes good calls on races as well, but it's that hot voice that really brings them back. In seventh place, it's the Fazer. Fazer lately is blaming his pedals for his running form, and he has purchased. I think it's been post this race, so we still might see Fazer's woes on track, but I do believe he has now purchased a new set of pedals and thus has to find a new excuse. I'm jesting, Fazer. I hope it all goes well for you, but I think he's still having pedal woes at this point. In eighth place, it's Kian, ladies and gentlemen. Kian, solid qualifying there. He's got the pedal problematic Fazer just ahead of him, so that could be a position on the cards already. And he's got some heavy hitters ahead that are fighting for championship positions. So Kian, he might just get something out of this from people stumbling over themselves up ahead. It's a 15-minute dash. Anything can happen, you know. Then in ninth place, we have the Hodgie. The Hodgie there. Oh, it's a lush car. It's got to be said. Lush livery. I love the white and blue. And Hodgie with it all to do in this 15-minute race. In 10th place, we have Firepower in the Absolute Vodka Jaguar. And again, a lot of work to be done there. A lot of work he's left himself to do after qualifying. And I mean, they only have a short qualifying period, so it's hard to get the rhythm on the go sometimes. And here we have, in 11th place, Brownie with a croissant and a lavazza. So, yes, again, Brownie, we saw him coming shining in the last round, so he's got something in the bag. It's not come out of it yet for qualifying, I assume. I don't know, though. The qualifying might be so tight. They might be all like hundredths of a second from each other. Then in Hawkeye is in 12th place here. Dude Bell in the championship, but it's Hawkeye in a Glenmorangie. Yeah. Is that what it's called? I've always thought it was like a Glenmorgan. Morangi. Okay. Take your word for that. So that's Hawkeye in 12th place, just ahead of Sid the Sloth in the Cadbury's Shag. And I've got to say, we have seen massive improvement from Sid the Sloth lately, and I am expecting he's going to be sticking with this one, ladies and gentlemen. It's race on in the Sloth House. So let's get back to the start. 15 minutes of manic racing, ladies and gentlemen. Group 3, Jaguars F-types around a very twisty Alsace village and in reverse. Let's take it back, y'all. And it's race on then, Wayne G on to the accelerator, heading towards the very tight first corner, and Declan is all up and about his busyness. Declan having a great qualifying there, and Biggie is all sniffing around the rear derriere of that F-type. But Wayne, the Mad DOGG, takes the lead from pole and holds on to it. Declan coming in strong, but nothing going there, and he's got a bit of a Rossi up and in his back end. Coming down so far, it's looking very solid for Wayne as these guys all have a little tumble. Muhammad Ali have, under attack from Slowpoke, but Slowpoke doesn't quite get it to stick there. And now he's open to Phaser. Phaser having a sniff around the rear derriere of that Slowpoke, the purple Turkish delight, who is in that battle with Muhammad Ali, remember, first and second in the championship. And now it looks like Hodgie getting the moves on. Hodgie looking like he's got the Phaser under control. Phaser's on the inside though, and Phaser maintains, coming up over the brow of the hill. But where's Hodgie going to go? Hodgie's on the inside now, and it's all about the Hodgie. Phaser's run out of track. There was room. Hodgie gave a space, I'd say. Brownie then, he capitalises from Phaser having that wide on, and now the Brownie up and again at him. And Phaser then slipping, and Kian then in 10th place having a look at the Phaser now. Firepower in this action with Hawkeye in 12th and Sid the Sloth slipping back. The Wayne Mad DOGG is in control, ladies and gentlemen. Not a falter, not a waver. Biggie has got himself past the deck, and Rossi is showing hard. On track, ladies and gentlemen. He is coming on strong against the Mad DOGG. Declan then in 3rd place with the Niggle in 4th, Muhammad Ali 5th, and Slowpoke in 6th. So Muhammad Ali just in the way of the Poke, and Hodgie, he went a little wide there. He looked like he was on an attack of the Poke, but run a little wide. He's pulled away from the Brownie, and Kian now has got himself ahead of Firepower. Oh no, Phaser has pitted it, and he's picked up penalties going in and out. So Phaser with issues. Wayne the Mad DOGG being chased by the Rossi. Declan in 3rd, and then we have a power struggle here between the Niggle, the Muhammad, and the Poke. So on board with Slowpoke, alongside Slowpoke, as we make our way around the wrong way of Alsace village. We're on lap 2 now. Wayne the Mad DOGG leads ahead of Rossi, and we are in amidst this battle with Niggle 4th, Muhammad Ali 5th, and we are sat on board with the Poke in 6th. Slowpoke the championship leader, and it looked like Niggle going a little wide there. Never was a wise man. Never had I can't remember. I'm not going through all that again. You had to be there. So Slowpoke is closing in on the Niggle. Declan in 3rd spot, hunting himself. He's hunting a Rossi, but Rossi has slipped back a little there. And Declan then, he's got a nice, healthy bit of wiggle room. He can squirrel a corner or two if he needed to. Rossi then, he's got to worry about the deck. Declan all up and about his business, really. He's not far away. Then we have this little pocket of fighting here with Niggle, Muhammad Ali, and Slowpoke. Slowpoke going for that wider line, better run out the corner, and he's going to try and take a run as Muhammad Ali has a whiff of the side of Niggle, but it's the wrong side, Niggle says, the wrong side. The outside's going to do no good for you through this section. And Niggle then keeps it under control, keeps Muhammad Ali exactly where he needs him. Slowpoke slipping back a little bit. Hodgie now closing in. Hodgie, he matures during the race. He's qualifying not so hot, but then as the laps go on, Hodgie just gets stronger and more action down here. Niggle and Muhammad Ali are going at it, ladies and gents. It's a battle of the Titans. And Niggle, though, seems to have got that one under control in the Domino's shag. Declan in 3rd, doing a stand-up job. Declan usually has a little bit of unluck by now. Something unlucky usually happens to him. Then he slips back, but Declan at the moment is standing fast with the front runners, which we knew. We knew Declan was a front runner, but just one or two small mistakes putting him in the mid-pack. But Declan now has bloomed into an attacking force. Nigel trying to keep the Muhammad Ali back. Muhammad Ali is dancing on his toes. Oh, slowpoke. Oh, sorry, my friend. I caught it with the corner of my eye. And Slowpoke, at the moment, not really fighting. He's just trying to maintain with Muhammad Ali and the niggle. And bam! I think he hit the I think he hit the curb wrong, one side, and it just sent him careering across the track. And GT Polybaloney decided that was a 1.5 second advantage. So Slowpoke taking a big hit, but Hodgie seems to have disappeared. Oh, Hodgie's had the same issue somewhere with a 1.5 second penalty, and Kian, Firepower, and possibly Hawkeye could be in with a shout here against the Hodge and the Slope. Well, Hodge has paid his, and Slowpoke would have paid his. So that's a little bit of relief for the Slowpoke, that the Hodge also getting a similar penalty. But Hodge now is in a bit of a predicament with Kian and Firepower coming along. Firepower pushing Kian all the way with that 8th and 9th action, and Hodgie he's got to try and get back into the rhythm of the race and get himself moving, because Kian is on his way. Muhammad Ali so far still all up and about Nigel's business, but now they've joined Declan for a podium battle. That's just what you need. Just what you need when you're under that sort of pressure. But Declan at the moment maintaining nicely. Rossi, is he bringing the fight to Wayne the Mad DOGG? And I would say yes, 55.5 from Wayne, whereas Rossi last time around a 54.8. And here comes Rossi bringing the pain, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to hear Wayne be singing about this one. Declan, meanwhile, he is under a lot of pressure. No mistakes, no errors allowed. With Nigel and Muhammad Ali up. Your ear derriere, and Muhammad Ali nearly collected Nigel then. Unbelievable stuff. So Nigel just breaking a little earlier than Muhammad Ali was expecting. And Muhammad Ali nearly collected him, just had to avoid him, and it's put a bit of a space between himself and Nigel, which gives Nigel a bit of an opportunity then to work on Declan rather than having to deal with Muhammad Ali. Slowpoke a little further back, and is that Slowpoke dealing with the Hodgemeister? Let me just check. No. It looked like there was another arrow there. I thought they were close together. I thought there was another blue arrow with the Slowpoke. But Slowpoke now, It's not great. It's not brilliant for him. It's going to be tough to catch up. He's going to need something wrong to happen up here. And at the moment, Declan really is feeling that pressure from Nigel and Muhammad Ali. Rossi getting ever closer. It really is. It's palpable, ladies and gentlemen. You can nearly feel it in the air. Wayne the Mad DOGG. This would be the time he'd be putting the laps in to put the gappage between himself and Big E, but Big E ain't playing. Big E ain't playing, and he's pressuring the Wayne into doing lap times that Wayne probably doesn't want to do. Declan looked like he ran wide a little bit there. It seems okay. Nigel's though got a better run out of the corner. Nigel could be a force in this next turn. Declan being defensive on the inside. Nigel still sees a gap, but he's not close enough, ladies and gents. Nigel, bros and bitches, he was not there, but he could be now. Not quite there again, and all the time Muhammad Ali, and now he's made the shot. He's pulled the trigger, ladies and gentlemen. He's taken his moment. And that's Nigel nose ahead. And my lord, that took a lot of trust between pro sim drivers there, ladies and gentlemen, not to be tapped out at that point. One little nudge on the rear derriere quarter of that car, and he could have been gone. But Declan driving like an absolute superstar, whilst being overtaken, resisted that temptation to slide out wide. He kept it all under control, and now Muhammad Ali is giving him some harassment. And I think the Ultimate Racing League may have to have open a new wing for harassed drivers, because Declan needs to have a session. Wayne the Mad DOGG is seeming okay. He's he's pulled a little bit more out on Rossi. Even Rossi made a little mistake this lap with a 56.2. It's not the pace. Oh, there you go. Rossi's done it. I mean, Wayne Mad Dio Double G has pulled it out of the bag, ladies and gentlemen. 54.8. Nigel now up into third with Declan. Declan seems to have composed himself a little bit more now, and Grahamad Ali is not. Oh, he is though. He is at the top of the hill, and Grahamad Ali has gone for it. Oh, mighty me, ladies and gentlemen. Grahamad Ali just sent it. He licked that stamp. First class. And Declan, Declan's done nothing wrong here. It's just he's had some heavy hitters come along and smash him around the head. And with great lap times and great racecraft, Declan unfortunately losing 2 positions. Slowpoke in 6th place. It looks like Declan might be safe from that one there. But Slowpoke in 55.9 last time around, good solid time. He's going to be absolutely seething about the small mistake earlier in the race. And then Hodgie there, 1.5. Hodgie still making the same mistake. It seems like the penalty system isn't working somehow. He's not learning not to do it. So Hodgie, this is going to be fatal for him this time, surely. The last 1.5 second penalty put him right in the path of Kian. And this one, I think, is going to put him beyond Kian and possibly Firepower. Hawkeye as well is in that action. So, yeah, good night, Hodgie, I think. It's time to take a seat. You're benched. The penalty system just stitched you all the way up and down into about 9th, possibly 10th place. Here he goes then, the long wait. And Kian making his way around. Firepower maybe not close enough. Maybe Hodgie can survive that one. I honestly thought Firepower would have got past that one. It's a shame for Firepower, but he's going to have the momentum. Hodgie, his mind's going to be all messed up from that. So Firepower, he's just got to press on. He's just done his fastest lap last time around. And now he's going to be pushing on for... Ooh, look at him go. Hodgie there. Little hesitant coming out the corner. And Firepower pressing on, ladies and gentlemen. Having a look around the outside. That becomes the inside, but it looks like Hodgie got that one all under control. Another corner here for Firepower to have a little bash at. And again, Hodgie just seeming to do enough to stay ahead of Firepower and keep Firepower at bay. With Kian in 7th, ahead of the Hodgie now. And we've got Slowpoke absolutely slinging shag at the moment, trying his hardest, because he can still get a fastest lap. I don't know if they get a point for that fastest lap. Oh, Wayne's put it to a 54.4 now. He really is going supersonic. Declan in 5th. Still chasing Grahamad Ali, and Grahamad Ali is closing back up on Nigel, who's closed up on Rossi here. OMG, Wayne absolutely slinging shag now and has disappeared into the distance. And Rossi having a struggle the last couple of laps in the 56ers, and he's lost his bottle somewhere in one of the corners. And Nigel, 54s, Grahamad Ali in the 54s, and Rossi now, he's going to have to make his F-type as wide as he possibly can, with Nigel in 3rd, Grahamad Ali in 4th, and Grahamad Ali has been giving Nigel a lot to think about this whole race. We have still got a couple of minutes, well, we're coming up to minute 14, so yeah, this could be their last lap. Most certainly is their last lap, I would say. So at the moment, Wayne looks like he's got it all covered off. Rossi is in 2nd place with the Nigel in 3rd. Nigel now under siege, ladies and gentlemen. Grahamad Ali on the move. He's on the attack, but no, cannot get it. And we saw Nigel have a little squirrel out there. He couldn't get the accelerator down quick enough, but it seems to be okay. Grahamad Ali did not capitalise on that. I think Muhammad Ali had problem late breaking into the corner, and Nigel trying to early accelerate out the corner. They both had their small moments, and it stayed the same between them. But wowzers, this is a fight, ladies and gentlemen, betwixt two absolute titans. And at the moment, Rossi's just saying, please, please, just keep fighting each other and leave me out of it. He's got himself back into the 55s now. So Rossi, whatever was losing him that second or half a second, he's got on top of it again, down 9/10 of his best time, and the tyres are pretty good, ladies and gents. I don't think this is down to tyres. Nigel on the move, and this is fatal now as the final lap comes up. We'll have a run through. Wayne absolutely slinging it. He's near the end. Rossi there holding on from Nigel and the Muhammad Ali. Declan's on his own in 5th. Slowpoke's on his own in 6th. Hodgie is in 7th. He's got himself back ahead of Kian. Firepower in 9th. Hawkeye in 10th. Brownie 11th. We didn't see what happened to Brownie, but he kind of slipped out of it. Oh, sorry. We'll go back. I thought I could get through before Wayne finished. Obviously not. So the Wayne to do as Wayne brings it around that final corner, ladies and gentlemen. Winner of race 1, round 4. It is the Mad Dio Double G. Rossi just keeping the tidal wave of Titans behind, and Rossi stays in 2nd with Nigel in 3rd, Muhammad Ali in 4th, Declan grabs 5th, Slowpoke in 6th. Unfortunately, not helpful for the championship, but good for a start in the 2nd. And he got himself back ahead of Kian, and just by audacity, I think. 7th, Kian is in 8th place with Firepower coming home in 9th. Hawkeye brings it in on 10th position ahead of the Brownie in 11th. We didn't see what happened to the Brownie. He was coming through strong, but something went amiss and ended up down in 11th ahead of Sid the Sloth. And Sid the Sloth as well. Just 1 or 2 laps, but most of them pretty good. Brownie going a little wide there in the Group 3 Jaguar for 11th. And Sid on his way through the final corner. And it's a beastly car, ladies. It was a hard handling car to deal with. And that is Sid the Sloth in 11th place. So, Wayne the Mad Dio Double G takes out the rest of the field there to take the top slot. It was looking close at one point with Biggie coming in strong, but then Wayne just turned it up to 11, ladies and gents, and disappeared. The Biggie in the end playing the defensive game and feeling the heat from Nigel and Muhammad Ali, but he held on, ladies and gents, to keep that 2nd place. 3rd place to Nigel, rounds out the podium. Great racing from the Nigel, and Muhammad Ali, a thorn in his side all of the way. Great stuff for us. Declan in 5th. He was in that 3rd one. He was holding on strong, but the force of Nigel and Muhammad Ali was just too much to hold back. So Declan ending up in 5th place ahead of our championship leader Slowpoke, whom is in 6th, ahead of the Hodgie in 7th. Hodgie's battle was with the penalties today rather than with the racers on track. With Kian in 8th, Firepower always present under Kian's rear derriere in 9th. Hawkeye in 10th, never that far away as well, if you think any there. So Hawkeye in 10th, maybe that this race 1 was the practice that Hawkeye needed for race 2. He'll be starting up near the front of the grid with Brownie finishing in 11th and Sid the Sloth in 12th. Right. Let us move on then, ladies and gentlemen, to race 2. The 30-minute one. Still going around Alsace Village backwards. Oh, please say I saved it. I did. There it is. Why is everything so slow to load up? My God. Is our internet dying? Just seemed everything was a bit slack and slow. Not loading fast. Wow, this is I've not got any bloody uploads. Give me a sec. I don't think you can see what I can see. No, I'm not uploading. And I'm not downloading. 'Tis not me. My gosh. Oh God. See, I don't know who to blame in this situation. Myself, because I'm the consumer. You better load up liveries after all of that. If I'm going to have stress with liveries, I am. That was terrible, wasn't it, ladies and gents? Don't look at the results. I looked over there to try and see what the livery situation is. Let me pause this. It's just got to take a second. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely mental how slow that took to load up. I don't think I've ever in my life. Is this the universe telling me I need a pro? So yeah, we've got to get information up. I'm all of a t'other because I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Yeah, we'll get up to the front then. Yes, so it's Sid the Sloth starting on pole position. They've got to use the softs and the hards in this 30-minute race, ladies and gents, bros and bitches. So yes, it's Sid the Sloth starting on the soft tyre with Brownie starting on the hard. Hawkeye also on those soft tyres, with Firepower on the hard tyre. Kian starting in 5th on the soft tyre. Hodgie starting on the hard in 6th. Like everyone on the right is starting on the hards and everyone on the left starting on the softs for some reason. Hodgie starting on the hards. Slowpoke's on the hards as well in 7th, with Declan starting 8th on the softs. They've reversed it. Muhammad Ali is starting on the hards in 9th. Niggle is at DOGG starting on the softs. Just quickly. Sloth. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll work it out as we go along. I should have thought about that first. Right then. Remember, the softs shouldn't last very long in the race. So it's not. They don't really need to say you've got to use the hards for this amount of laps or between this amount of time. Because if they want to go in and do one lap on hard tyres and try and do the next 28 minutes on a set of softs, well, good luck to them, is all we can say. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? The lights... Oh, no, that wasn't it. So slick today, aren't I? So slick. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. The lights are out. We are racing. Sid the Sloth off to a great start there. Super. And Brownie chasing him down to the first corner. Sid the Sloth leads the way ahead of the Brownster. Firepower in 3rd place with the Hawkeye in 4th. You look at them all coming through that first corner. It looks absolutely crazy mental. And it is, because it is. Rossi then slipping back with his hard tyres. Niggle making way in the softs with Muhammad Ali on those hards. And Slowpoke slipped back, I think, on the hards. Waney has jumped up on those soft tyres. They are flying, the soft tyres, but they've got to make hay while they can. Looks like someone had an off just up here. Declan and Waney have moved up. I don't know who went off there. It was a very pale-looking car. Oh, it's Firepower on those hard tyres, not a lot of grip. So Sid the Sloth on his soft tyres, he's doing okay. The Brownie holding on the hards. Hodgie on the hards also, but he is being hounded, I say, by Hawkeye. Hawkeye looking for a sniff and a whiff around the outside on the soft tyres. He's got the grip. No, he hasn't. Hodgie absolutely flew in that corner, didn't he? And now Hawkeye in trouble from Declan in 5th. Declan flying today. He's also on the soft tyres as we have Waney, the Mad DOGG, going for a detour of duty, ladies and gentlemen. Went wide. And it's not often we see the Waney Mad DOGG make a small mistake there, and Muhammad Ali getting through. Niggle fancies a piece of it as well. So Waney, he still had an absolutely amazing start, and we can see there everyone struggling with the grip. Rossi on them. Oh, Rossi's got a bit of damage now, and Slowpoke also slipping back. The hard tyres must be absolutely dismal. Brownie's going on the attack here. Sid the Sloth losing the lead to the Brown Meister, and the Brownie's through, but Sid the Sloth will have grip advantage in the corner, and there you go. Sid the Sloth up the inside. Go on, my son. And Brownie then back in the tow, and he's absolutely flying on those hard tyres until he gets to a corner, and then he has absolutely zero grip. And that's what he's finding at the moment. Sid the Sloth, though, making a small mistake, and Brownie's through. Brownie's through. Sid the Sloth, he's getting out of the way. Fight them, Sid. Get in their way. You have the race in line. You are in the lead. Do not bow down to these aliens. Excuse me, Hodgie and Hawkeye. That's the way, Sid. And Sid the Sloth then standing his ground, ladies and gents, on those soft. Oh, he's made a mistake. He's gone wide. The blood rushed, ladies and gentlemen. The blood rushed from head to foot. And he's gone down the line. So Brownie now with a healthy little lead on those hard tyres. The choice tyre, one would say. I don't think the softs are going to last very long. Hodgie now is up into second with Kian in third. Hawkeye down into fourth. Declan is fifth still. Everyone's moving around him. Muhammad Ali in sixth. Nigel in seventh. Sid the Sloth slipping down to eighth. Rossi is up now. Rossi's up. But Wayne's just made a move on the inside of him, which you've got to say was rather cute. And now he's going for the attack on the Sloth, ladies and gentlemen. And does he not know the Sloth is an endangered species? You have to be very careful. So Wayne the Mad Dio Double G making a double overtake, and he is absolutely slinging his shag today. And we've got Slowpoke and Sid the Sloth coming alongside each other. Hodgie was in second, ladies and gents, and he's just had a huge off. Oh my word. Hodgie then down into fifth. After having a little detour through a corner, and they're all losing their minds. Those hard tyres, absolutely no grip whatsoever. Brownie's dropped down into fourth as well. Declan is your leader. Declan on the soft tyres is now leading the way with Nigel. Nigel's just lost the position to Kian. Kian and Nigel battling it out there. Nigel's still ahead, just about, as Kian tries to fight his way through, and as you're seeing the soft-tyred cars coming through there. Hodgie in fourth ahead of our race leader from earlier, Brownie, who obviously has had a slip there. Wayne is already up to sixth, from last to fifth on the soft tyres. Wayne the Mad Dio Double G absolutely slinging his shag today. Brownie down into sixth with the Rossi coming through. We saw he was down low. It must be the hard tyres coming into fruition, and the temperature. Look, even Rossi's got the fastest lap of the race on a hard set of tyres. That is unbelievable stuff. Slowpoke as well, we saw him lurking around, so the hard tyre must be now coming into its own. Hawkeye with a 1.5 second penalty, and it's a disgrace. It brings a disgrace to his family. Should be ashamed of yourself. Muhammad Ali then in 11th place, the door, and no one's going to get it. I might have to go for a second. Can't. I'm streaming. Sodom. They can stay out there. Sid the Sloth with a hefty 3-second penalty there. And oh no, Declan's gone off. Declan is going for a detour, and Nigel now is the leader of the pack. So Nigel is in the lead, the soft tyres, lap 3, and they are about 40% used. So Nigel leads with Declan in second, and the Kian is in third. Kian having a look up the inside. Kian makes the move. Kian is through. Kian absolutely slinging it. Kian, a great move there in his Jaguar. Declan in third, with Hodgie now the next in line to take the attack to Declan. Declan on those soft tyres, but they are burnt. They are burnt, ladies and gentlemen. And what are these soft runners going to do? Are they going to try and get more out of these tyres? Because they are really down on the hard tyre. The hard tyre seems to be strong. Wayne, the tyre massager, he is absolutely, he's hot stepping. Like the tyre massager, hot step like the Wayne Mad Dio Double G, hot stepping with my tyre massage. So Wayne absolutely slinging at the moment and looking good on his soft tyres. Declan in third. Kian is in second. A great drive from Kian at the moment with Nigel absolutely slinging it. Where did our Muhammad Ali go? He was around with these guys. Brownie up and into fifth place with the Hodge. The Hodge was the man to attack Wayne, but no. It seems like Brownie has come through and made a move on our man Hodge. Hodgie then slipping down in 6th place with Rossi in 7th, Slowpoke in 8th, Firepower in 9th, Hawkeye in 10th, and there is our man Muhammad Ali having an amazing fall from grace. 2 minutes 12 second lap on lap 2, and that was not what he needed right there and then. So Muhammad Ali on the back step. Unless he's pitted. I can't see that he's pitted. No, I doubt that's a pit. That's just a terrible lap. And where we see Sid the Sloth having all sorts of nightmares around Alsace reverse. Nigel at the moment is into his own. He's in another realm, ladies and gentlemen. If only Domino's could deliver their pizzas as quick as Nigel can drive the livery on that Jaguar. It might be worth the £1.85 delivery fee that they never used to charge. Kian in 2nd place with the Wayne Madio Double G in 3rd. And so far, these tyres, well, they're really gone on Kian's, and they're pretty gone on Nigel's as well. So Nigel and Kian looking like they're going to be dealing with tyre wear issues pretty soon. They're going for another lap on those tyres, though, ladies and gents. Not the deck. The Declan is coming in. He's not having that. So Slowpoke then, he's on the hards. These hard runners now, the race coming to them. Hodgie in 5th, Rossi in 4th with Wayne the Mad Dio Double G still on the softs, Kian still on the softs, and Nigel still on the softs. I hope this is not a mistake for these guys. I certainly hope, because spins are a lot easier when your tyres are shot. And Wayne at the moment, he's looked after his nicely. I think he can get another lap out of his soft tyres. Rossi, the leader of the hard, and Hodgie there in 5th. Then we got Brownie. We saw Hodgie and Brownie having battles, and Rossi's got past the pair of them. And Slowpoke now is starting to get the action going with our man Brownie. Brownie under a lot of pressure in this race, I'm telling you. He's coming out the other end of this one, a diamond. Firepower in 8th place, Hawkeye in 9th, Muhammad Ali playing catch up there in 10th. Declan, after his pit stop, is in 11th place. He's got to wait now for the other soft runners to come to him, and then he's going to have that problem of those that are on the hards now. After they pit and put the soft tyres on, they're going to be somewhat faster than him for the last couple of laps. So, I mean, he's got in on lap 5. So they'll be aiming for the same. Sid the Sloth with another penalty. He must be getting sick of them by now. Nigel at the moment, that's it. His tyres are done. He's got to pit at the end of this one. And Wayne, what's that like? Nearly 10 minutes. So the hard runners, I suppose they'll be aiming for anything after 20 minutes of racing to come into the pits to get their soft tyres on. And here we see Nigel expertly enter the pits there. Beautiful entry. And yeah, Wayne, as we surmised, said he could probably go another lap on his soft tyres, has opted to do so. Rossi, Rossi, someone already pitted then. Oh, Kian slipped back, bless him. Kian had slipped back somewhat on those tyres. Oh, bless him. Sorry, Kian, I said it could happen. Wayne then, he's carrying on with his. Rossi, the leader of the hard gang, is in 2nd place with the Hodgie in 3rd. Slowpoke now up and into 4th and ahead of the Brownie. And Brownie in 5th. Now these guys, I'm guessing, are going to stay out for another 10 minutes at the minimum before they decide to pull the trigger on those soft tyres come the end of the race. And these early runners on the softs are going to be stuck on the hards. And if they go, oh look, Hawkeye's carrying on another lap with his softs, trying to minimise the amount of time he's on the hards. Muhammad Ali making his way through. Nigel's come out just behind Muhammad Ali. He's on the hard tyres. He's ahead of Declan. That's Declan was closer then, I think. So Nigel staying out that little bit longer has given him a bit more space on the Declan. Kian behind Declan, but I think Kian had a bit of an issue on his in lap. And Sid the Sloth, 3-second penalty. He's collecting penalties now. He's playing the penalty game. He's seeing how many he can pick up in a race. So Wayne at the moment still massaging those tyres. He's hot stepping the Mad Dio Double G tyre massager. But those tyres are virtually RIP. Yo! So Waney then makes his way around with Rossi. Freestyle Yar. Rossi in second and Hodgemeister in third. Slowpoke in fourth. Oh no! Slowpoke having a bash of a barrier there, and it virtually looked like it was from nothing, wasn't it? Down a straight line. I don't know if he got distracted. But Slowpoke then picking up a penalty, and Brownie not that far behind him. That's going to put Brownie right on his rear derriere, and Slowpoke is going to make his life a little more difficult later in the race when he wants to go up against the Hodge and the Ross. Waney, still no sign of a pit stop. I would imagine he's not going to risk another one. He's not going to risk another stop. I mean, another lap after this one. This has surely got to be it. I can't even see whether... Oh, no, he has. Is that the pits? Am I getting myself... No, I think it's all the way around the other end of the track. So I think he has gone round again since I thought that was his last. So Biggie and Hodgie still duking it out on board with the Hodgemeister at the moment in third place. On his original tyres, the hards. Rossi's on hards. Slowpoke in fourth is on hards. Brownie's on hards. Firepower's on hards. Niggle has pitted. He has used both compounds in seventh. He's on the hards at the moment, ahead of Muhammad Ali, I think, who's still on the original hards. That's where we are. Waney leading. He's on his original soft tyre still. Good 13 and a half minutes into this race. He's got him nearly halfway, ladies and gents. That's not bad going, is it? He is Waney the Mad Dio Double G, the hot step of the tire massager. He should put that on his LinkedIn. So he's virtually killed them, though. They are definitely RIP to those tyres, GG and all that. And he's crawling around, I think. He's not able to lay it down like he was. So Waney then into the pits. Amazing job. Amazing job. And that puts Rossi into the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, he's dropped Hodgie. He dropped Hodgie like he was a smelly old sock that's been used for teenage things under mattresses for a while. And Rossi is he's leading now with his original tyres. He's still got the soft tyre to use, and we're guessing any time after 20 minutes. But I mean, unless you're Waney the Mad Dio Double G, and then you can use them up to 15 minutes, 14 minutes. So, oh no, not so smooth. Not so smooth from the Mad Dio Double G. He's got a 3-second penalty from his pit stop. Nearly perfect. Nearly perfect, Waney. So Kian will be rubbing his hands at that one. Who pitted? Niggle. So Niggle at the moment could be your race leader. Down in 6th place. He's made his pit stops. Muhammad Ali's still on his original tyre. Firepower still on his original tyre. So Firepower and Brownie have got to pit. Slowpoke's not that far ahead of Brownie. He'll have to pit. But the problem is, for the Niggle, that's a lot of fast people on soft tyres behind you for later in the race. So Niggle there, that's got to come across his mind. That's got to have run across his mind at some point, thinking I have got to overtake I've got to hold a lot of fast people back. Firepower going very slow, it seems. Not sure why. I don't know if he made a mistake, but Niggle came across him rather swiftly and got past him rather easily. So Niggle up now into 5th, and Firepower falling into the clutches of Muhammad Ali. He might have to pit for fuel. That's terrible for Paul. Oh no. I went through all stages of grief there, ladies and gentlemen, all 7 of them, all in one instant, and all I could express was no in different tones. No, because you can't get soft tyres to last as long as he wants. Well, we did see that Waney got him to last 14 laps, but I don't know if Muhammad Ali has the touch like Waney the Mad Dio Double G. So Muhammad Ali, I mean, he does dance like a butterfly and he stings like a bee, or he dances like a bee and stings like a butterfly, one or the other. But still, yeah, his fuel's running out. That is a bad one. Muhammad Ali loves to throttle it, doesn't he, ladies and gents? Go on, Muhammad. So Rossi then My gosh, I am worried about Grahamad. He's going to have to go on soft tyres, and they will be DAEAD by the end of this race for sure. I wanted to spell it DED. Yes, I wanted to call it just dead. So Biggie leads the way. Hodgie in second place. These are yet to pit. Slowpoke in third. And he's still got to use the soft tyre in this race. We're at minute 17. Niggle in fourth place on his... He has pitted. He's used both compounds. He's kind of our leader, but he's going to have... He's our leader. If aliens come, take them to Niggle. But he's leading the race, should I say, when everyone pits. But it's not solid, because he's going to have people with soft tyres on behind him. Slowpoke, Rossi, Hodgie, the Brownie. So they'll be coming in hard and fast. Grahamad Ali as well. He's really rinsing that fuel tank, ladies and gents. Is it going to get to the end of this lap, is one asks. And also firepower. That's why we saw firepower slowing down. Another one with fuel woes. The math does not add up for these guys. They are going to be on soft tyres for a blooming long time. Rossi then pulls the trigger. And yeah, they're going on to the soft tyres. Well, it's a little earlier. I said 10 minutes is a good session on those tyres, but the fuel just does not allow it. Hodgie as well in. Brownie, Slowpoke looking after that. Whoa! Whoa, what is Slowpoke running on? It's not fuel. Jeez Louise. So Niggle is Slowpoke. He's going to make an absolute lunge here, because I'm guessing these guys, Firepower, Grahamad Ali, Brownie, they are going to be struggling with their soft tyres by the end of their stint. So let's see how it all washes out then. Kian's through and up to fifth. Wayne has got past the Brownie. No, that's not right, is it? Rossi's pitted, sorry. So Niggle, yeah, Rossi's pitted onto his softs. That's not bad. Out in third, but he's going to be on those softs for... Yeah, they're going to last 11 minutes, but I'm going to say it's going to be a very uncomfortable last lap for Rossi. Hodgie then, he's out in fourth. That's good, ahead of Kian. Kian on those hard tyres? Was he on the softs? He was. He must have gone a long time on those softs. So he's on the hard tyres in... fifth now. He's going to be hoping that Hodgie and Rossi use their soft tyres up, and that's a position gained there. Wayne, the Mad Dio double G, a 58.4 last time around, 203 from Kian. Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's a fast speed from Wayne. Kian's going to have to pick up the pace and get off the grass. Get off the grass, son. Wayne's coming. And the Brownie then onto a set of softs. He's going to be racing against the hard-tired Mad Dio double G. So Wayne's got it all to do here. Grahamad Ali out onto a set of soft tyres in 8th place. Ahead of Firepower in 9th. Declan has somehow slung this shag down into a 10th place ahead of Hawkeye. And we've lost the Sloth. He must have got sick of the penalties, I'm sure. So Slowpoke then brings it into the pits, and Niggle, hear the crowd cheer. Did you hear them roar? A fan favourite around here. There must be a lot of Niggle-backed fans out there. Never knew a wise man. Never was a hard man working. I pay these dues to play guitar, and I sing a lot of drivel that kids buy up, yeah. How do you remind me of such a crap band? How you remind me what's wrong with soft rock? Bon Jovi, PKers, oh yeah, we're all the samers. So Niggle leads with, I don't know where that came from. I was touched by the Cobain from the other side. So Rossi then Biggie in second place with Hodgie in third, Slowpoke in fourth, and the Wayne Mad Dio double G is slinging shag ahead of the Brownie. Brownie's got a penalty, and Grahamad Ali is looking hard at the situation. He's checking this out. Brownie on those soft tyres, but that penalty is too much to take, sir. And Grahamad Ali, and do not Brownie now. He's going to be He's going to be distracted by the penalty. He's got to concentrate on the racing he's in at the moment. Muhammad Ali does not want to let him past before the penalty. Make the penalty do the overtake. Don't give Muhammad Ali the bragging rights on a cool move. The Brownie then, oh, a little wide there from the Brownie, and Muhammad Ali, he makes the move without the penalty, and showmanships, ladies and gentlemen, as the Brownie comes back again, not to be overtaken unless he pays the penalty. What a move, Brownie, slinging it, ladies and gentlemen. I salute the Brownmeister as he makes his way through and past Muhammad Ali, and he says, the only way you're getting past me, son, is by a penalty. Polly Baloney gave you that position, not me. So Muhammad Ali does get up to 6th, whilst Brownie pays the hefty 1.5 second penalty he has on him. Firepower in 8th place, with Declan in 9th. Kian is in 10th and Hawkeye in 11th. Hawkeye very close to Kian. They're both on the hard tyre, with Declan also on the hard tyre in 9th. Firepower on those softs now. That is the question of how are these softs going to last? These guys on the hard tyres a little further back may still come in to their own before the end of the race. We've got 7 minutes of racing left. Anything can happen. Brownie in 7th. Muhammad Ali now up and into 6th. Another one forced onto those soft tyres a little earlier than I think that they needed to be. Waney in 5th. He's on those hard tyres. And again, Slowpoke's lovely on those softs though. Slowpoke hasn't even barely used them yet, and he's got 7 minutes to go. He's caught up the Hodgie, who is liberally using his tyres. So Hodgie now in trouble from Slowpoke, who has been conserving tyres. He's been looking after rubber. He's the kind of man who can make a condom last at least 5 different sessions. Just a quick rinse out, it's still good to go. So Hodgie then in 3rd, Rossi is in 2nd place, and Rossi is looming large in Niggle. Remember, Niggle is on the hard tyre. He started on the softs, and I said it was going to be a big job for him to try and hold it back. Slowpoke through. Slowpoke is through and up and into 3rd place and ahead of the Hodge. The Hodge tyres are looking a little woeful, and he's going to have to look after his tyres for the next 6 minutes of racing, and Slowpoke then up and through. Rossi on the hiney of Niggle, and Niggle is he's just got to try and wait out Rossi. Even I mean, get in his way, why not? But I don't think it's going to be a big problem if Rossi gets by, because I think Rossi's tyres by the end of the next lap will be shot. And we saw by lap 3 or 4 the hard tyre was starting to come back at the soft tyre at the beginning of this race. So Niggle, I mean, he's holding his line, he's racing his race, but I don't think he's gonna slow himself down to try and hold back the Rossi, because the Rossi's tyres are just gonna bullet themselves before the end of the race. But it's exciting, it's interesting to see how it goes at the moment. Rossi, I don't even think he's got the tyres to get past Niggle on those hard tyres, so there you go. And Niggle at the moment seems to be safe, but Rossi is having a wee look in any kind of space that he can, but he just doesn't have the tyre, he doesn't have the grip in the corners to get the move done. And at the moment, Niggle is just driving his line. Oh, here we go. Rossi seems to have an absolute leap out of that corner, and that's it. Rossi through. Rossi back into the lead, but it's about the tyres, ladies and gentlemen. Can Rossi maintain against Niggle's hard compound tyre? Slowpoke in 3rd. Now Slowpoke going great guns at the moment, but he has got a bit of gap betwixt himself and Niggle and Rossi. But he's on a set of softs that are not going off like the rest. He must be injecting water into him or something. Hodgie in 4th place. His tyres are dying as Waney comes through. Waney at 57.0 last time around. Hodgie at 57.8, but it's only going to get slower, isn't it, ladies and gents? Let's face it, those tyres aren't getting faster in any shape or form. So Waney is definitely going to be up and about the Hodgie before the end of this race. Hodgie's going to be tiptoeing his way around in the last few minutes as it is. And Slowpoke not as far away as from Hodgie as I thought. Niggle then still there with Rossi at 58.8 last time around. And this is really about the endurance of the tyres, the staying power of Rossi, and how he can look after those soft tyres till the end of the race. Nigel, we said he was going to be tricky for him going onto the hard tyre with a lot of fast people on soft tyres coming at him from behind. But as it turned out, the fuel levels forced those guys onto the soft tyres a lot earlier than I think they would have rather have gone onto them. And now they are having to deal with the consequences of that going into the last 3 minutes of this race with tyres that really don't have any business of going into the last 3 minutes of this race. Nigel then just needs to cling on. Oh no. Nigel's fuel lights come on. That seems way too early. We'll see. We'll keep a monitor of the situation. I'm sure Nigel has got more than enough fuel to get to the end. Slowpoke in third place. Everything looks solid for him. 57.1 last time around. Nigel 59.6. He's 2 seconds slower than his fastest lap. I can't tell you what his fastest lap was though, because it's before his pit stop. Hodgie in fourth place. His tyre is shot, ladies and gents. It's going to be a struggle for him, and Waney is absolutely slinging shag behind him. And so Hodgie is going to struggle to stay on the track with those tyres, and Waney's going to be all up and about his business pretty soon. Muhammad Ali in sixth place. He's dealing with that same tyre woe that the rest of them are with Brownie. Oh, Brownie's already hit a barrier, and he's shot his tyre. He's got a 1.5 second penalty. Firepower with a little bit of tyre on his car, but he had a 2:06 last time himself. Declan, 3 second penalty from the deck, and it's gone all awry near the end. Hawkeye closing in on him. Hawkeye on those hard tyres against the, they're hards as well, but 3 second penalty here for the deck is going to absolutely cripple him against Hawkeye. Hawkeye going up and into ninth place. One assumes soon. Kian with a 2 second penalty. It is tough out there for these guys. Looks like Kian's had to take a second. No, maybe he seems to have a lot of fuel, so I'm feeling he's gone back in for fuel somewhere along the way. Rossi then, fuel flashing. Nigel's fuel is flashing. This is definitely going to be the final lap though. Oh, I'll tell thee what. Only if they slow down it's going to be the final lap, because there was possibly, no, of course, there's only a minute to go. What am I talking about? I thought there was 2 minutes to go. I tell you what, no, I don't know. It's tight. Yeah, no, this is definitely the final lap. Yeah. Oh, I wish they do lap numbers rather than lap times. It's hard to do, but I don't know how they do it when they're driving around trying to work it out. So Nigel, this is the final lap. Slowpoke's coming in hard. Slowpoke's coming in fast, ladies and gentlemen. The championship leader didn't get a great result in race one. He would love that second place. I don't think he's going to get Rossi's third, but Rossi's tyres are absolutely shot, and I'm surprised he's even making the corners, the apexes. You can hear the car squealing. He cannot get any pace onto the track. Nigel as well with no fuel, can't really use his accelerator like he would like. And Slowpoke here coming along, plenitude of fuel, plenitude of grip, and it's definitely slow. Slowpoke could come through and take the whole win here, ladies and gents. Rossi hasn't got any grip. Is this it? Is this it? No, Rossi's only just going to get to the line, and thank the Lord above he does, because he wouldn't have stayed in that position very long. Slowpoke in second, Nigel in third, and Waney the Mad Dio Double G grabs himself fourth place there. Stayed out on those softs for a long time. I thought he was going to come better than that. Hodgie then in fifth place ahead of Muhammad Ali. And he'll be gutted to see Slowpoke so high up as he's in that championship battle with him. Firepower with a 1.5 second penalty lets Brownie go by, because it's inevitable that Brownie's going to be passed after the penalty box. And Brownie then bringing it on home for seventh place. Not a bad race, really. He's got to be at least somewhat happy with that. And brings it in. The tyres, though, what a shocker. Firepower then in eighth, ahead of Declan. Oh, Declan and Hawkeye very tight. And Declan keeps ninth ahead of Hawkeye 10th. And Kian just had a nightmare in the second race of the Alsace reverse. Ladies and gents, unfortunate for him. And here he does then. Brings it around. he's got a good livery, though. If there's anything, Kian, if this race was awful for you, your livery is still lit. So pays his penalty, and then he gets to cruise on home. Niggle got the fastest lap with a 56.1. Came home in third. Rossi, unbelievable, keeping hold of that lead. Any longer, and Slowpoke would have had him, man. Any longer. And there we go, Kian crossing the line for 11th. So Rossi, unbelievable drive there. I didn't have faith. I thought Slowpoke was going to get him, but well done to Big E. Great race win. Brilliant stuff for the Rossi. Slowpoke in second place, not bad for his championship really, and makes up for a not a lackluster result in the first race, but it's not the result he wanted in the first race. So Slowpoke coming home in second and Niggle in third. Unbelievable stuff. Wayne the Mad Dio Double G in fourth, with Hodgie coming home in fifth place. Good points for all of these guys. They're all there. This championship is going to be absolutely fire. Muhammad Ali in sixth place, ahead of the Brownie in seventh. Firepower in eighth, ahead of Declan in ninth. Hawkeye in 10th, and Kian having an absolute nightmare in 11th. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here for the Ultimate Racing League F-Type Series, round 4. I've got nothing to tell you. I'm dropping streams. I'm dropping streams like beats. I don't know when they're coming out. I'm dropping streams like Tupac releases after his death. One every 3 years. Have a good one. It's Saturday. It's a heat wave in the UK. So what more is there to say? Go and get yourself skin cancer. No, go and put Factor 50 on, ladies and gents. Look after yourselves. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and